Hello everyone, welcome back to Roze and Indy's Beginner Brawl. We are back with the first live streamed Ro32 match, SealDeGawd versus, not the correct player, should be DrummerDragon. I am Indy, joined by Super Rooster.
Hello.
Yeah, when we try to put in the bracket, it's a little bit wonky because we have only 6 or 3 players, but looks like it's correct now, so should be a fun match.
I agree. We just have to wait for the rolls. I think they already began doing the rolls. Okay, it seems like DrummerDragon has won that roll by a significant margin.
Immediately going for the first pick, not pretty confident what they want their plan to be here. Seal is going to go for the Hard Rock one. Seems like players might be a little bit intimidated by the slightly higher AR and the Hard Rock patterns.
It's a little bit understandable compared to last week's. This week we have a higher difficulty in these maps, so this makes sense. Now the question is, what will DrummerDragon ban?
Looks like he wants to ban the hidden. He's going to ban the hidden specific, opting to choose Blue Dragon as the unbanned since that's the banger, of course.
True. It seems like we got 2 consistency picks out of the way. Hidden 1 and Hard 1.
So if we go to their previous matches, overall SealDeGawd did show a lot better versatility with the mods, getting some full combos on like DT1, and DrummerDragon did show some good consistency at the no mods with like a FC on no mod 2. We're gonna go for the easy pick as the first pick.
Yeah, right off the bat, quite interesting pick from DrummerDragon there.
It is a convert this week as opposed to a specific. So I would say a lot of more combo is not too hard to catch. It's just that some of the timings can be pretty tricky.
Especially with that low AR. It's gonna be very different from last week's. And starting off, yeah, pretty sure that was his bench show. DrummerDragon did not miss.
No, I think he missed a droplet, so they're still the same combo. It's just that he like missed one or two droplets, so still maintaining a full combo. Just very slightly due to accuracy. This is also a much longer pick, or not much longer, but a longer pick than last week, so nerves are definitely going to play a factor here.
That is indeed true. We're seeing a drop there in accuracy from DrummerDragon again, but so far both of them are maintaining their combo still on that FC. Oh, but SealDeGawd is gonna miss first.
Yeah, that's gonna give, even with that slightly lower accuracy, it's gonna give quite a good chance for Drummer to start building a lead here. This map is quite long, over 1k combo, so still a lot of room for SealDeGawd.
Yeah, still has a lot of room for recovering from that miss. Especially now, since the map has barely reached that half mark. Now they have successfully recovered, achieving the max combo once again. DrummerDragon is still holding into that FC quite well, despite dropping their AC.
It does get a little harder at the end here, so there's more potential for drops. Oh, and there's a drop from Drummer. It's gonna start to even out that score lead between Seal and Drummer.
Yeah, one of those faraway sliders did catch DrummerDragon by surprise there. He's slowly gonna reset the score advantage back into Steel's favor.
Yeah, it's going to favor Seal a little bit because he does have a bit higher accuracy. So it's still there on a knife's edge here.
It's not gonna be by much, so any miss counts here. Even an act drop at this point.
Yeah, and there is a spinner at the end. So even just the spinner alone can decide.
That is true. As long as they maintain their combo, if one of them can get a good spin, but it seems like both of them got nearly the same identical spin there at the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be Seal honestly just getting that. Oh, looks like when Drummer dropped, they got a few more drops right at the same time, whereas when Seal dropped, they only got one drop, and I think that's the main differentiator here. According to Roze, Drummer did drop two notes right at the start of the map.
Oh, so that wasn't the Bancho. Okay. Interesting. Oh, we go for
very
DT2.
Close pick. Seal did do pretty good on DT last week, so definitely playing into their strengths here. This is the first DT like since bracket stage where it requires dashes. So some people have been getting a little up by figuring out when to dash here, so we'll see how these players do.
And even though Seal won that spinner, we do see a very small back drop there from Seal. Still, the advantage is going to be on Seal's side. Still very early to determine, but I'm pretty sure this map doesn't have a lot of combos. Seal's going to miss.
Yeah, it is first miss for Seal. It definitely has more combo than the DT2 from last week, so it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be judged by that one miss alone, though. We'll see how these players do.
Halfway through the map, DrummerDragon, the max combo.
He is dropping some accuracy, but he's maintaining that combo, and that's all that really matters right now.
And now Seal has the max combo.
With that score lead, I don't know if one miss is going to be enough to bring it back. They are getting closer.
Sure.
They are getting closer to the end here too. I think Drummer might have done just enough at this point now to secure this point for them. So looks like it's going to be a break point on both picks already.
Yeah, DrummerDragon will secure that FC.
Yeah, very nice though. And also a one miss from Seal, but both players just playing really well right now, and we're seeing just only one miss being the determiner.
And it seems like the next pick for DrummerDragon is gonna be Nomad 4.
Yep, the more technical convert with polyrhythms. We've seen from like the first few matches that have happened this week, people struggling a little more on this one. It's a little more tougher for them to catch those like different types of stacks and streams. So we'll see how these players do. Seal did get an FC on Nomad 3 from last week, but this map is definitely harder. It looks like Seal might be sight reading this.
Interesting.
And here we go. No spinner in this map, I believe, but I would be very surprised if they both managed to SS.
And start off at Nomad 4. So far so good, but within reaching that 100 combo mark, it's gonna get intense. Really seeing those stacks in action, but they're able to accumulate and score quite well, reaching the max combo. And both of them trading there.
Yeah, Seal getting a few more misses in that short span, so it's going to be an early small lead for Drummer, but oh, that's missed by Seal's going to help build that lead.
Drummer's just gonna miss right before that hyper there. He's gonna set that score lead into Seal's side.
Both of them hitting a pretty tough pattern.
I think this is gonna be a close one. Another trade there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
very
one of them out
close.
left. Yet another one.
And, oh, another miss from Seal is going to help just build a little lead in that. Like, those little score leads are going to be very helpful too.
Especially, even though it's not by much, but DrummerDragon had that 20 plus combo comparison, now dropping it. It's almost reaching the end. Seal hasn't responded.
Yeah, it's so close here, and it's going to go down to the wire, I think. Oh, another miss for Seal's going to swing it right back. Drummer just nailing the ending a little bit better, and that's going to be enough.
And that was another like close match there.
Yeah, very close. Just Seal finding a few more misses here and there, and that's really what helped Drummer hold on at the end.
And now one of them winning their pick. And with that, we're also going to see the other convert, I guess. It's going to be Nomad 3 for Seal's pick.
Pretty interesting. I mean, he did FC the No Mod 3 last week, so he's definitely good at converts. I think maybe he's going to feel more confident now and try to take this. It might be also just because this is one of the only maps that he practiced.
Yeah, it seems like the rest are gonna be side reads for what we're reading there. But this Nomad 3 is gonna be a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, there is one spike like 2/3 of the way in, so we'll see how they do on that part, but overall it's mostly about consistency.
That spike you mentioned could potentially settle the score, but I'm not too sure how this is gonna go. This is also gonna be a slightly higher AR map compared to Nomad 4. It's gonna be the exact same CS.
Yeah, Drummer having a slightly better spin at the start is gonna just give them a very small lead at. But I don't think spinners are going to be what decides this map.
So far that advantage is only on DrummerDragon's side. Never mind. It's gotta be the very first
Seal
one.
dashing too late and going to be getting their first miss. It is a long map, so
There's still room for recovery there. DrummerDragon had a very small lead there of, I believe there was 8 bananas and 1 droplet, but not before Seal got the very first miss. As you mentioned, there is still a spike in the map coming up.
And actually I believe that's the spike here, the stream part, and Drummer is actually managing to hit part of that. Still a full comboing, and this is very impressive from them so far.
And we do see the very first trade.
He finally drops, but his performance on that so far has been really great. Just one miss. Seal has been finding a few here and there, and now it's building a very comfortable lead for Drummer.
Oh, and Drummer is gonna miss those triple stack pattern.
Yeah, but Seal's gonna follow it up shortly after, so it's gonna not really impact too much.
Scorely is not going anywhere, although now Drummer has missed once again. Seal did not respond. Slowly gonna give Seal a glimpse of hope, but now they have to drop and there's not a chance unless Seal holds their combo till the end.
Yeah, I mean, we are starting to run out of time here. We're gonna need to see Seal pretty much holding on for the rest of the map at this point. They can't really afford to make any more mistakes. Oof, that's gonna... I don't know if there's much room for them to come back at this point unless Drummer just completely melts down and like starts playing Dodge the Beat.
I don't think there is any chance here. DrummerDragon does drop before the spin, but I don't think there's anything Seal can do in this scenario. Squirrely is just too high.
Yeah, I
Drop
mean,
again though.
after that initial big combo from Drummer, they've been both kind of trading combos with each other, but being able to hold on combo, especially through that spikier stream section, like I thought it was 2/3 of the way in, but it's more like of a third of the way in, just really sealed their victory here. Another break point for Drummer, and now he can decide where, if he can maybe go for something that's gonna help him get to that match point.
Maybe we could be
Curious,
seeing a Ro32, perhaps, or one of the two DT picks available.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they go for another convert. I mean, they won the 2 no mod converts, so maybe just having a better grasp of that anticipation for the converts.
But surprisingly enough, it's gonna be Noma 2 specific.
Yeah, he did SS the no mod 2 from last week, so probably definitely something he feels he can do well on. For Seal, they definitely want to, I mean, they obviously won't always want to win picks, but definitely want to prevent your opponent from getting to match point. And here we go for the technical Noma to the XCon map where you have some slider shapes and whatnot. An even spinner. I do believe this is pretty much sight reads from Seal at this point, so just gonna have to trust how much he's improved in CTB and he can pull off that consistency. And so far it is paying off with an early miss from Drummer.
And that's barely in that first third of the map. Now Seal has a really good advantage in this map so far. Although Drummer is going to return with the max combo, so now they're even on that score lead.
A little break for them to kind of see where each other is at, and unfortunately Drummer's gonna get caught out once again, and that's going to extend that lead for Seal. This map is starting to draw to close, so it's going to be a break point for Seal, helping to keep the match not too out of reach yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say this map still had some sliders where Drummer could recover, but at this point, it's honestly just too late. Seal is gonna win that with a match with an FC.
Yeah, that's gonna be an side read FC. Very impressive from them. Only 2 misses from Drummer, but the skill level of these players, even just 1 or 2 misses is enough to determine some of these maps.
Oh, we're going for a hidden it too. That's our next pick.
For Seal, they did really well on the hiddens from last week, so this is a good pick for them, like comparing their hidden scores to Drummers. So this is going to be a good chance for them to tie up the match. That being said, it is looking like another side read, so Seal's going to have to hope his ability to side read these maps coming through. And here we go, the hidden 2. Early miss from Drummer. There's a good amount of combo in this map, so early misses are not going to be too impactful.
Pretty sure there's around more than 1,000 combo for Drummer to recover. But you see a very late trade there.
Yeah, the trade, it is still going to favor, and especially with that other miss. So, yeah, we're getting a few trades here now.
I think now Seal will take advantage of that last miss from Drummer.
Another miss.
Miss. And right before the spinner there, we do get the very longer break.
Yeah, we're about to get into those like that build up with like the stacks, so it's gonna be easy combo section. Definitely don't want to drop here since it's basically free combo.
If they're able to follow the bit, then they should be able to get these streams without an issue, but it could easily be a miss if they're not careful.
Oh, Seal getting one of those misses. Yeah, and you see that Drummer's now at the max combo. It's not going to swing it back to his side quite yet, especially with that miss, unfortunately. He did have a good opportunity there, but now he's on the back foot again, and time is running out in this map.
Unfortunately, not much Drummer could do there in that scenario. That's gonna end up in a very nice 100,000 score lead in favor of Seal.
Yeah, and that is going to be another point for Seal now, bringing the match to 3-3. And now Drummer really has to make a decision here, because at this point, if this is going to tiebreaker, then this is both of the players' last picks. So Drummer has to really decide what he needs to do here. He might maybe want to consider either going for DT with how DT2 went, or maybe Hard Rock for something that's has been tested yet.
I think it would be a very good chance for Drummer to choose DT3 in this scenario, although I'm not too sure how comfortable they are with this DT3. So I do see potentially either Hard 2, as you mentioned, or DT3. As for Seal, I'm not too sure. Maybe they'll go for Nomad 1 or any other map.
Drummer does go for DT3, the Convert DT, given his wins on Nomad 3 and Nomad 4. This is probably the best choice for him.
I did notice that Seal picked DT2, so there's also potential Seal could go for DT1, although in this scenario it would be slightly so. Again, it's quite a mystery what is going to be Seal's decision at the end of the day.
Yeah, with this Convert DT, it doesn't require any dashes, though you do have to be pretty confident with your movement in order to FC without dashes. Also, you can choose to do like a little dash in here and there, just to make sure. And here we go for Drummer, hoping to bring this to match point and at least guarantee tiebreaker. For Seal, definitely hoping to win this and then be able to decide the last map to potentially win the match. No mistakes so far, just early droplet miss for Drummer. It is a fairly long map, well, about 2 minutes and 30 seconds after DT, so it's also really going to come down to nerve control and consistency here.
Seal's gonna be the first one to slip out there. Only 2 misses.
Yeah, gonna help build an early lead for Drummer here.
Now his Seal has recovered. There's only 1/3 of the map left.
Yeah, I don't know if Drummer misses, it still might be very slight score advantage for him, or if it's gonna be pretty even. So I don't think there is a spinner in this map. So let's just see how it goes. But Drummer just not determined to give up anything. as we go into the very last remaining seconds of this.
And they're gonna see with an FC on their own and a match point.
Yeah, very impressive. And now Drummer is going to need to make, or not Drummer, but Seal is going to have to make the decision here to bring it to tiebreaker with their own pick. What's map are they gonna stake that on? He is going to go for No Mod 1. I mean, he won the No Mod 2 with the other No Mod specifics, so this is probably the best pick. It is quite a long No Mod 1, or just a little over 4 minutes, like 4 minutes and 7 seconds, I believe. And it's just going to be really about that nerve control here.
I kind of expected Seal to go for either Nova 1 or DT1, but after that performance on DT3, then I think it was safe to go for that consistency pick.
And here we go. Good looks, have funs in the chat, so we should be getting right into this map here.
Potentially.
Huh. A little panic here.
I'll keep an eye on the MP link just in case. The map has started.
Yeah, a little technical issues. Hopefully we have enough time to get back into the map before it ends. It is 4 minutes, so just bear with us for a moment here. Please, please, client. We want to see this. We should already be halfway through the map here. Hopefully we can get back just to see how this map ends. Still not loading the map. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get this resolved in time. We are almost at that 4-minute mark here.
I'll be slowly reaching that time. Tempeling hasn't fired up any results yet. Oh, the results are in. And
DrummerDragon has won the match. It looks like just getting a high combo, a few misses, and securing this match for them, getting the upset.
winning by 26,022 points at the end there.
Looks like we are going to get a TB showcase, so hopefully we can get that up and running. Well, we'll see if Roze can get it fixed, but just waiting in the meantime. Overall, pretty good and great match for both players. Both players doing very well, getting some FCs as well. Definitely one of the closer matches that we'll see this week. So, too bad it didn't quite go the distance to tiebreaker, but great stuff from DrummerDragon, and Seal should be someone to look out for in losers bracket.
Okay, it seems like we are ready for that tiebreaker showcase.
And here we go onto the tiebreaker. Definitely a long one compared to last week, being about a minute and a half longer, but a lot more varied.
Hopefully, Pancho does not troll. So far, Seal's POV hasn't moved.
Seal's just listening to the song intro, apparently.
No, I think it was just Bancho. Bancho was listening
Yeah.
to the song.
Early Mr. Drummer, but this is a pretty long map. I would say, like, given the fact that Sia was able to FC Nomad 2 side read, this is a type of map probably favored him more in a tiebreaker scenario, though Drummer did win the Nomad 1 consistency map, so who knows? Players trading a few misses here and there. It's gonna go a little bit back over to Drummer. A little favored for Seal at the moment. Their combos are pretty close. I think there's a little advantage for Seal right now. So I guess it's really just going to come down to who can really hold the longest here. There are a variety of technical patterns at this level for this map, so it might be difficult for these players to hold something substantial.
So far seems like they're being very consistent. Drummers are miss. A little bit after reaching the max combo. But still. Seal's gonna drop. Drummer's gonna trade it.
This map is long enough that, I mean, he could come back. It is pretty big leads though, since it's tiebreaker, so even a 50k lead is very hard to surmount.
You potentially need around the 3 misses to make a difference there. It's just increasing more after that last miss from Drummer. The map's already coming to an end.
Yeah, Seal doing pretty good on this tiebreaker here. I guess if you did get to it, probably would have been favored, but it is always different playing rather than the real thing. Either way, still very good performance from both of these players. And with that, we'll be concluding our first match. Let me see when our next match is. I believe it's going to be about 10 UTC. Let me see here. Yeah, 10 UTC Saturday. TCD Shocked versus Shinzu Kliu. Not sure if we'll have a stream for that, but either way, I'm excited to see you all for the next match that'll be here, and hope you enjoy.